Welcome to Battlefield 2042. Battlefield's changing before your eyes. A cutting-edge arsenal at your disposal. The grand return of all-out warfare. Adapt and overcome in massive-scale 128-player battles where dynamic storms, environmental hazards, total combat freedom, and Battlefield's signature destruction spark a new breed of only-in-Battlefield moments. Battlefield 2042 PC requirements. Find out about the minimum and recommended specs for Battlefield 2042 on PC. Minimum PC requirements. OS, 64-bit Windows 10. Processor, AMD Ryzen 5 3600. Processor, Intel, Core i5 6600 Kelvins. Memory, 8 GB. Video memory, 4 GB. Graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. Graphics card, AMD Radeon RX 560. DirectX 12. Online connection requirements. 512 kbps or faster internet connection. Hard drive space, 100 GB. Recommended PC requirements. OS, 64-bit Windows 10. Processor, AMD Ryzen 7 2700X. Processor, Intel Core i7 4790. Memory, 16 GB. Video memory, 8 GB. Graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. Graphics card, AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT. DirectX 12. Online connection requirements. 512 kbps or faster internet connection. Hard drive space, 100 GB SSD. Specialists. Choose your role on the battlefield and form custom-made squads through the new Specialist system. Based on Battlefield's 4 classes, Specialists have one unique specialty and trait, but the rest of the loadout is fully customizable. Choosing and equipping your Specialist allows you to build synergies within your squad and empower yourself to take on any battle situation. All the Specialists. Stay tuned for all 10 of our Specialists to be revealed soon. Kimball Irish Graves. A natural-born leader, Kimball Irish Graves, is the commander of the Specialists aboard the Exodus. A native of Brooklyn, New York, his natural leadership qualities and combat skills help keep the non-patrioted safe from harm. Having seen the cost of war firsthand as a former Marine, this skilled engineer is dedicated to protecting both his squad as well as those who cannot fight for themselves. Irish excels at fortifying positions on the battlefield, and creating small outposts with which others can use as a rallying point to make an attack. Webster McKay. Outdoorsman, nomad, soldier. McKay is an ass-kicker with a conscience. Following his father's footsteps, McKay joined the Canadian military in his teens. At the height of his military career, he was a member of Joint Task Force 2 as a part of a counter-terrorism unit. After retiring from the military, he followed his dreams of exploring and living off the grid. Now, this assault soldier fights for the non-patrioted to make right a regret from his military days. Maria Falk. A veteran support, Maria Falk has a strong will that cannot be shaken by danger, fear, or rank. A skilled medic, she served in the German army for 6 years, touring North Africa and the Middle East, in an effort to bring a positive impact upon the world. Now, she searches for her missing son, David, after hearing that he may have become involved with a no-pat group. Pyotr Boris Guskovsky. Self-motivated and self-fulfilling, Boris seeks to acquire power and control in a chaotic world. While his leadership skills may be a bit aggressive to some, there is no denying his skills in the field. This Russian-born engineer is a very experienced weapons expert on the task force, particularly when it comes to defensive tactics, although his true attachment to the team is suspect. Nevertheless, Boris is trusted to get the job done, albeit with maximum collateral damage. Wickus Casper Van Daele. Recon Soldier Wickus is a loner and the unflappable, calm presence on the task force. A former intelligence-gathering operative in South Africa, Wickus is a master of camouflage and long-range engagement. After stumbling onto a conspiracy involving a senior officer that put the lives of those of his unit and local civilians in danger, Wickus was falsely accused of murder and fled the country. He aligned himself with the No-Pats in hopes of being able to return home one day if there is still a home to return to. Game experiences. Battlefield 2042 Game Overview, System Requirements and Tips and Tricks. Game Overview. Battlefield 2042 marks the return to the iconic all-out warfare of the franchise. Adapt and overcome dynamically changing battlegrounds with the help of your squad and a cutting-edge arsenal. With support for 128 players, prepare for unprecedented scale on vast environments. Take on massive experiences, from updated multiplayer modes like Conquest and Breakthrough to the all-new Battlefield Hazard Zone. Game experiences. All-out warfare. Iconic modes Conquest and Breakthrough return in Battlefield 2042, and with 128 players, they're grander and more fun than ever. Battlefield Portal. Change the rules of war and discover unexpected battles across the wide universe of Battlefield. Replay the reimagined classics Battlefield 1942, Battlefield, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3 or deploy on these timeless maps with the modern arsenal and content of Battlefield 2042 Zone. Squad up and drop down into the Hazard Zone, an all-new, high-stakes multiplayer experiences. Stay tuned for more information later in the year. Maps. Get an even greater sense of spectacular, large-scale battles on 7 massive maps designed for the all-out war experience of Battlefield 2042. Each battlefield has multiple distinct combat areas housed in a single playspace, which means more variety and more meaningful vehicle gameplay. Dynamic world. Experience ever-changing battle conditions and gameplay challenges. Adapt on the fly to dynamic events and storms. A cutting-edge arsenal. Unleash your combat creativity through a full roster of cutting-edge weapons, vehicles, jets, helis, and all new equipment inspired by the near future of 2042. Specialists. Choose your role on the battlefield and form hand-tailored squads through the new Specialist system. Based on Battlefield's 4 classes, Specialists have one unique specialty and trait, but the rest of the loadout is fully customizable. The world. In 2042, extreme weather events and resource conflicts have shifted the balance of global power. The United States and Russia stand at the brink of war, while a mix of non-patrioted combat veterans form independent groups known as task forces. Fight to define the future in this never-before-seen theater of war. Live service. We're taking a new approach to live service for a Battlefield game where players will be given the services and evolution they have come to expect from modern multiplayer games, all aimed at keeping the community playing together for years to come. We'll be evolving our world and expanding on the fiction through seasons, each one lasting for about 3 months. Every season will come with a new free and paid-for battle pass, delivering new content to chase after. In our first year of live service, we will deliver 4 seasons, with 4 battle passes, 4 new specialists, along with more fresh content. We'll have more to share on the first season of Battlefield 2042 before launch. Battlefield 2042 maps. Latest map. The maps in Battlefield 2042 allow for all new gameplay experiences, with unprecedented scale and choices in gameplay. With the introduction of 128 players, each map is designed with multiple distinct combat areas that directly impact strategy for you and your squad. With Battlefield Portal, you can rediscover classics maps of Battlefield 1942, Battlefield, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3 or change the rules of war by adding a modern twist using content from Battlefield 2042. Hourglass. Doha, Qatar. Fight in a city lost to the desertification around it. Massive dust and sandstorms are constantly rolling in, blotting out the natural light, as you battle for control of a convoy trapped in the shifting sands. Discarded. Alang, India. Along a strategic section of India's west coast, Colossal ships stranded on the beach are being stripped for parts. Fight among the hulls of these behemoths while adapting to deadly storms. Manifest. Branny Island, Singapore. Watch out for tropical tornadoes and navigate through maze-like cargo containers in this key trade location, vital to American supply lines. Kaleidoscope. Songdo, South Korea. In a state-of-the-art metropolis in South Korea, zipline between skyscrapers and fight among the plazas surrounding the city's iconic data center. Orbital. Kourou, French Guiana. It's a race against time and hostile conditions as you fight around the site of an imminent rocket launch. Watch out for both enemy fire and upcoming storms on this dynamic map. Breakaway. Queen Maud Land, Antarctica. Tread carefully on this dynamic map, where oil extraction has turned the freezing area to a strategic hotspot. Take advantage of destructible fuel tanks and silos that create debris fields and permanent fires when destroyed. Renewal. Eastern Desert, Egypt. A giant wall, built to secure rich, man-made agricultural areas, takes center stage on this intense map. Prepare for the extreme conditions, deploy, and secure the access points and massive gates in the wall. Classic maps. Battle of the Bulge. Battlefield 1942. The Ardennes, Belgium. The German army has commenced a massive counterattack against a thin spot in the Allied front. Give it your all in the forests and fields of this vast, vehicle-focused map. El Alamein. Battlefield 1942. El Alamein, Egypt. Fought in 1942, the Battle of El Alamein was a crucial clash between the weakened German forces and the resurgent British. Lay down as many mines as possible to greet the Panzer Division with an explosive surprise. Arica Harbor. Battlefield. Bad Company 2. Arica, Chile. Once a busy port, Arica Harbor is now a lethal kill zone located in the area of the world's driest desert. Beware of enemies in the buildings and get ready for fast-paced infantry action and vehicular combat. Valparaiso. Battlefield. Bad Company 2. Valparaiso, Chile. As the Second Russo-American War rages, a clash outside this Chilean coastal city becomes a key battle. Prepare for infantry action in the jungle and amphibious attacks on the coast. Caspian Border. Battlefield 3. Turkmen-Iranian Border. A true battlefield classic, set in the Turkmenistan side of the Iranian border where a recon Russian force has set up camp. The obvious map choice for fans of all-out vehicular warfare gameplay. Noshahr Canals. Battlefield 3. Noshar, Iran. U.S. Marines launch a strike on a major harbor on the Iranian coast. Prepare for tight infantry combat as well as all-out warfare on this strategically important port. Game modes. Battlefield's iconic sandbox warfare is back and better than ever. Take on revamped fan-favorite modes, discover new innovative experiences, and witness an unprecedented scale that adds a new dimension to your multiplayer battles. All-out warfare. Conquest and Breakthrough have never looked or played better than in Battlefield 2042. Battle across land, air, and sea in frantic 128-player fights. Conquest. Battlefield's massive, iconic sandbox mode returns. This time supporting 128 players on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC. The maps have been specifically designed for this vast scale, with action divided into clusters of various kinds. Also, the action now centers around sectors consisting of several flags instead of individual control points. Breakthrough. The return of Breakthrough sees two teams, attackers and defenders, battle over larger scale sectors as the attackers push towards the final objective. Each sector is designed to house a larger number of players, enabling more strategic choice and more flanking opportunities. Approach the capture areas from multiple locations and take advantage of more types of tactical possibilities. Battlefield Portal. Our tools. Your rules. Battlefield Portal is a love letter to the most long-standing fans of the franchise. Experience the nostalgia of past Battlefield games, combined with the cutting-edge tech of Battlefield 2042 in fights where anything can happen. Hazard Zone. Hazard Zone is a tense experience that combines edge-of-your-seat gameplay with the best of the Battlefield sandbox. Battlefield 2042 tips and tricks. Find out what you need to know to hit the ground running in Battlefield 2042, from controls to healing. You'll find the information right now. How the call-in system works in Battlefield 2042. Need a vehicle right now? Here's how you get one delivered fast. When you need a vehicle on the battlefield, you really need a vehicle. Luckily, the new Battlefield 2042 call-in system can get you the ride you're looking for in a hurry. How do you use it? Easy. On PC, press the B button to bring up the call-in tablet. Choose from troop movers to combat vehicles and use the left mouse button to select the right choice for your particular situation. Once you've decided, move your mouse again to choose the location for delivery. Then one more click and you're all set. For Xbox, press and hold the RB button and follow the steps above. For PlayStation, press and hold the R1 button and follow the steps above. How the Plus system works in Battlefield 2042. Switch out weapon attachments quickly in the heat of battle. The middle of a firefight is the last place you want to spend serious time fiddling around with your weapon attachments. You need a system that's intuitive, easy to use, and best of all, fast. Luckily, in Battlefield 2042, the Plus system fits the bill perfectly. Hold down the appropriate button key for your preferred platform. See below to see what attachments are available on your current weapon. Each arm of the menu grants access to a different category of attachment to select from. Releasing the button instantly equips the selection. This allows you to experiment with these attachments to find what best meets your needs in a particular firefight or just fits your overall playstyle better. For PC, hold down the T key, left-click to select, then release the T key to equip. For Xbox, press and hold LB. Use the directional buttons to select, then release LB to equip. For PlayStation, press and hold L1. Use the directional buttons to select, then release L1 to equip. How tickets work in Battlefield 2042. What exactly are tickets and why are they so important? Think of tickets as a shared team resource. The more tickets you have, the more respawns you get. More respawns means more soldiers out on the field fighting for your team, making it easier for you to control more territory. The more tickets you have, the fewer your enemy has, giving you the advantage. Of course, the most direct way to reduce the enemy's numbers is to take them out. But you also need to take and hold objectives on the map to control sectors. The more sectors you control, the more you drain the enemy team of tickets, reinforcements. If either team reaches 0 tickets, the match is over and the other team wins. How to capture a sector in Battlefield 2042. If you want to win, you'll have to dig in. Conquest mode is all about sectors, specifically how much of it you can hold on any given map. The more your team holds, the stronger it gets. And the weaker your enemy becomes. But how do you actually capture a map sector in this mode? Start by understanding that each territory on a map contains one or more flags, and those flags must be claimed and defended. Manage to do that on all the flags in a given territory and you've captured that sector. The more sectors you can tally up, or take away from the enemy, the closer you are to victory. Maintain a grip on the majority of sectors and you'll steadily drain your enemies of reinforcements. When they reach 0, you've won. How to heal and revive in Battlefield 2042. Keep your team in the fight with these healing and reviving tips. Part of survival on the battlefield is knowing how to heal yourself and your teammates quickly and efficiently to make sure you all stay in the fight. Let's start with auto heal. Once you or an ally has taken damage, you'll begin to heal after a short delay. You can get back to full health this way, but it takes time, and once you take damage the delay timer starts all over. There are also healing gadgets. Medic crates or boxes you can use to help heal your teammates. Throw them on the ground, and when an injured teammate moves close they gain HP over a short duration. Please be aware that there is a cooldown after healing takes place, so you won't be able to use another medic crate immediately. Same note here regarding avoiding further damage during the healing period. Finally, the specialist Maria Falk has a Surette pistol allowing her to heal herself. She can also shoot friendly targets to heal them at range. If she misses the target, a syringe will land on the ground, which can be used by either friend or foe and receive the healing effect. However, if the Surette hits an enemy target directly, they'll take damage. How to play Conquest in Battlefield 2042. Get some insight into this iconic mode. Conquest is one of the most iconic and well-known modes in the Battlefield series. Despite the chaos of the near-future world of 2042, Conquest will remain the fight for territorial supremacy against an enemy team that players have come to know and love. What's your objective in Conquest? Capture and hold as many sectors as you can on the map. The more territory you and your allies can capture and keep, the faster you bleed the enemy of reinforcements. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Not only will you need to change your strategy on the fly to deal with enemy tactics and movements, but an environment that can change from a peaceful, sunny day to a major weather catastrophe with little warning. You'll need to adapt and adapt quickly if you want to come out on top. PC controls in Battlefield 2042. Learn about the keyboard and mouse controls you'll need in-game. PlayStation controls in Battlefield 2042. Learn about the console controls you'll need in-game. Xbox controls in Battlefield 2042. Learn about the console controls you'll need in-game.